Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. Today, we're here to talk about the Secret Mirror Tarot, both editions I have here. I have the color edition over here and the black and white edition over here. Now, I've already done a walkthrough of the black and white edition. So, if you'd like to see that, I'll pop it up here in the cards for you. You can take a look where I go through all of the cards and do a full review of that one. But today we have the color edition, and I know that when I did this walkthrough, people were saying they couldn't wait to see the color edition, so I wanted to make sure to show it here on the channel, and I want to do a little side-by-side comparison of them in case you're trying to make a decision. Both of these decks have been created by Magic Flower Tarot, and I just did a walkthrough actually of their Lenormand deck, which I have sitting right here. The Fairy Tale Dream Lenormand. It's beautiful and perfect for the season, and I've really been enjoying it. If you are interested in seeing this one come to life, definitely go check out the Kickstarter. It's funding right now, and I will put the video that I did here in the cards for you, and you can check it out. And then there is where you can also find the link to the Kickstarter for this, which I will also put it in the description box below if you're interested, along with the link for where you can pick up these decks, which you can get them directly from Magic Flower Tarot's website, or you can get them from Tavada. I know I've seen them on Vermilion, so you can get them at a few different places, but I'll put Magic Flower Tarot's website down below. So let's take a look. We have a matte box on this one. It's like a satin matte, and these are the edges. And you have a two-piece box with thumbhole cutouts. When you open the box, this is what you see on the inside. There is a little bit of space in this one because the cardstock is a little bit small, thinner on this one. It's thicker on the other one. Beautiful stars on the inside that match the backs of the cards. Where are the backs of the cards? That match the backs of the cards. Right, so for this box, we have a soft touch matte, or people like to call this a rose petal finish. And this is the back. It's a magnetic box, opens that way. And on the inside, it has the same thing that's on the back of the black and white box, which it says, "Welcome to the secret mirror, where every card we find leads us to the heart, where truths entwined toward the realm of light and understanding forever intertwined." And so that's this one. So when I got the black and white one, they sent two sample cards of the colored one. And with this color one, they sent two more sample cards of the next two things that they have coming. I've been watching them create this one on Instagram. If you follow them on Instagram, you can see this one. This one here is new. I haven't seen anything about this, so I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Oranges and this kind of sunset look, and look at the ghostly horse in the background. I think that this is beautiful. This one looks fantastic. I've been watching them create it, but this is new and interesting to me. I'm like, what is this? I'm so excited to see both of those. The guidebooks, I think, are probably, no, they're different. Yeah, this one definitely has more pages, and it's the same paper, but there's more pages here. So we'll take a look at the comparison of these. This one has more pages than this one. And for the backs, those are the backs for this is the color edition, the black and white edition. The edging on the color edition is a gold rainbow, like a rainbow metallic gold, and the black and white edition didn't have edging. And they do have different cardstocks. The black and white edition is a like a plasticky linen stock. It's almost, if you have like the Tarot of the Divine or the Pasta Tarot or any of those, it's similar to that but thinner, so easier to shuffle, but the same sort of feel. And this is a soft touch matte or a rose petal, and definitely thicker than the others. And I can see that they're thicker when I hold them together here. Let me just show you. You can see that there's a big difference in the thickness of the deck there. I have been loving and using this black and white edition so much, y'all. Like, I reach for it all the time. I cannot. I love it so much. I love these little sassy characters. I think the cool tone of it and how much white there is. So it just feels clean and crisp. And I like the cardstock. So it's easy to shuffle and it feels good in my hands. It's a little squeaky because it's that plasticky linen. So if you don't like squeaky, but otherwise it really feels good. So it has been my go-to RWS for a minute now. I have others, This is like the go-to. This is the one I'm reaching for the most lately. Let's take a look at these guidebooks because I'm intrigued to see what they've changed here. I can see that I can feel that this one is thicker than this. So let's see what they've changed. Okay, so right off the bat, I can see they've made the image, they've made the writing bigger in this. I can see it much better. It's bigger and it's darker. Let me show you one in here. The Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, see how much bigger that is? Can you see? I don't know. Let me get it close. So you can see how much bigger and how much darker. And it looks like they've also added a card image section, which is giving a description of the image. So that's nice as well. Did they do that for the minors? I mean, so that's for the minors. Did they do that for the majors? Let's see. Yeah, and in the majors, it's the same. They've added number, they've added the element, and they've added the astrological. So this is Leo for strength, and they added the description section, and then you still have meaning, upright, and reversed. Because in this book, it's just meaning, upright, and reversed. Yeah. So let me find the strength card. Hang on. So we can compare them here. Yeah, they've definitely changed the guidebook. They've added more information. They've made the writing bolder and easier to see. It's bigger too. It's like a little bit bigger and bolder. So much easier to read than this, for sure. I appreciate that because I have bad eyes, so it's hard for me to see stuff. And it looks like they've changed the beginning a little bit. It says, after the successful crowdfunding of the Secret Mirror Tarot Black and White Edition, we received the support and anticipation of many tarot enthusiasts and collectors. The love and urging inspired us to quickly launch this colored version. Here we express our sincere gratitude to all supporters. The colored edition of the Secret Mirror Tarot, with its retro elegant style and timeless colors, seems to be a call from a distant time and space, leading us into a more colorful and mysterious world. These psychedelic colors make me feel like I am back in the ancient tranquil manor of Europe, basking in the warm sunlight of ancient Rome, with the fragrance of the trees and flowers lingering around my nose. Happiness and wisdom seem to come through time and ancient guardians. I like the way she writes. All that like flowery imagery in her writing. It's really cute. Okay, so that's the guidebook. We'll take a closer look and we'll read from them later. Okay, so let's get started. We have our Fool, and if you have other soft touch matte decks, I think that you'll probably know that you really do get a sort of muted tone. Like they have like a sort of, I don't know, like a dreamy cloudiness over them. And this one is no different. If you look at these cards, like on the screen, they look a little tiny bit, you're not seeing the depth that I see. So let me just see if I can get it a little closer so you can see. If you can see the stripes in the background and all of the detail there, it's not really showing up down here as much as it is when I pull it up here, if that makes sense. So all of this texture, I can see that really well because of the soft touch matte coating on this. I don't see it as well over here with the sort of more glossy matte coating. Ooh, the depth. It definitely gives a depth. Almost a creaminess. I don't even know if that makes sense, but ooh, I like this. I like the orange in the background of this emperor. Here's the Hierophant. The Lovers. All the bits are covered. We don't have any. It's very safe for work. All of these cards. Here we have the Chariot. Strength. The artwork on this deck is so enchanting. The characters have such personality, and when I'm looking at them, to me, the thing that I love the most about this deck, the black and white one, is that it feels like these characters are like alive. They feel animated, you know? And I think in the colored version, they feel more painted. It feels like a storybook painting. And these, I don't know, they feel like they could walk right off the cards. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like they want to come visit with me, you know? Look at the detail in the imagery here. And the detail becomes so much more in the color card. So, you know, this is very detailed over here, but this is even more detailed with all of the shading and the textures that they've added in. Look at those wings. Ooh, they came alive. So, I mean, we get a little bit of the red over here and the yellows, but here they fill them in even more. Same with these. I never noticed that they put a little bit of red right here. Just a little bit of red on her bodice. This one looks so different. It feels different, right? This feels warm and inviting, and this feels more distant. Same with this one. But this one is, doesn't feel as, there's not as much of a contrast in the sun card for me. Judgment. The World. Okay. Onto the Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Ooh, look at the color they chose for her dress. It's beautiful. And I can see the red roses on this one. Here they kind of get lost in the orange, but I'm okay with that. I like the orange. The globe pops up so much more. I don't know, some things stand out more and some don't. I feel like there's a sharpness to the black and white one that is not there for this color one. It feels soft. It feels soft and almost dreamy and inviting and kind. And this one feels edgy and sharp and sassy. And you know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what I love about it, I think. But if you're looking for something a little softer, I would say go with the color version. Because you still get the sassy characters and the sassy facial expressions. And the, like, look at her face, you know? But, the colors, those muted color tones, make it feel just a little bit softer. And I noticed that the yellows in the color deck feel softer than the yellows in this black and white version, because it's not, the yellow over here is popping against black and white, so it stands out, and the yellow here, it just feels more muted. So if you're a person who, I know I've heard people say, oh, I don't like the RWS because of all the yellow. If you're a person that feels like that, you might want to go with the color version. Look at this beautiful one. Look at this adorable kitten. Love this. Even the flower looks like it wants to say something, doesn't it? Or her throne looks like it wants to talk too. Everybody looks like they want to say something. I love this deck so much. The Two of Cups. Love his hairstyle. I still love his hairstyle, even in the brown hair. Here's the Three. Feels much more like a tea party here. A garden party. These characters feel like they want to, I don't know, these characters, they feel like they're doing their own thing, In the color version, it feels like I'm watching them live their own life. And in this version, it feels like they've stopped and they're getting ready to look at me and talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, I caught them and they're like, what are you doing here? Let's have a discussion. So cute. I love this one. Drinking her drink. All right, this the Eight of Cups. Here's the Nine of Cups. Very beautiful. Ten of Cups. Page. She really comes alive in the color, doesn't she? Here's the Knight. What is she? The Queen. Now in this one, I think she feels more alive in the black and white version. Could be the darker hair, I don't know. But what do you guys think? Look at that mermaid. The King. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. So one thing that I noticed about this deck when I was reviewing the black and white version is that it sticks pretty close to the RWS. There are a couple of cards that do a little something different, but for the most part, even though they've been redrawn, a lot of the symbolism that you would find in the regular deck is still there. This is beautiful what they've done with the stained glass here. A lot of that symbolic language that you look for in the RWS is still here, even though it's been redrawn. And the characters may look a little different, you have a different fairy person here, but you still get the basics. You get the language, the symbolism, which I really enjoy about this one. And some of them, I like this one, you don't have the astrological symbols on the blanket, so some things are missing, but for the most part, I would say a good amount. I would say about 90% of it is there, Page of Swords. Cute. Like her little outfit. Knight of Swords. Let's see. I've always loved his face, and I like it even more in color. He's so serious. Look at him. With his winged helmet. They all have wings. I love it. Here's the King of Swords. And here is the Ace of Coins, last suit. Two of Coins. The Four of Coins in this deck is my favorite card in the whole deck. It's so cute. Here is a 3. Look at this. I love her so much. I don't know why she cracks me up every time I see her. She is just so dramatic. So dramatic. All the drama. All right, here's the 5 of Coins. Sorry, it's a little sticky. All right, here's the 6 of Coins. 7. I don't know that I noticed these trees in the background in the black and white one. I mean, I can see them now, but I can see them better in the color version where like her location. I think I noticed this, but I don't think I noticed how deep in the woods she was. Something like that. 9. And here's the 10. Look at her little face. Okay. I love how attentive this girl on the floor looks. Like, she looks like her dad is the bee's knees. Like, she loves him so much. All right, here's the Page of Pentacles. Definitely a daddy's girl, right? Here's the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love the shading or the highlighting on his armor here. It's beautiful. It really makes it look like it's glowing. The Queen. And the last one, the King. Again, the backs. Okay, so really quickly, let's give them a shuffle, and then we'll read from the guidebook, and then we'll get out of here. So for this one, it shuffles fantastic. I can already tell you I've shuffled the hell out of the deck. It's linen, and it's bendy. I mean, there's not a better shuffle, it's in my opinion. Because it's not like the floppy linen, you know what I mean? Like it's tough linen, so it really gives that. It feels almost like a really thick playing cards kind of style linen, but without the core. So yeah, it's wonderful. I love the way these shuffle. Can shuffle these all day. Okay, here's the overhand. And we will just read whatever's on the bottom here. Okay, so we have the lovers. I'm gonna read the lovers. I'm just gonna put this lovers aside so I don't lose it. But let's shuffle this one really quickly. So I think I'm gonna be able to riffle this. Let's see. Yes, I can. And it's a little bit difficult for me because of the thickness, but if my fingers were a little longer, I wouldn't have any trouble riffling this. But because my fingers are so short, it feels a little sharp on my hands. Because I have to grip it so hard to hold on. But I think if your fingers are longer than mine, you'll be able to riffle this wonderfully. It shuffles really nice. It's a little sticky on the overhand. I think that may loosen up as we go along, like as I work with it. But this is pretty good. For a rose petal, I would say this is a really nice rose petal finish. It's a really nice soft touch matte. Yeah, for a soft touch matte, this is doing really well. And the shuffle is really nice. It's just my fingers are a little, because it's so thick, my fingers are a little short. But it's a nice, very, very nice riffle if your fingers are longer than mine. Okay, so let's put that lover's card back and let's read what we got. So I'm going to show you both of them, but I'm going to read from this one because it has more writing, just so we get the full. So if you want to take a screenshot here, I'll hold them up separate. This is the color edition, if you want to take a screenshot. And this is the black and white edition, if you'd like to take a screenshot. Okay, so I'm just going to read from this one. Let me zoom in. It says, number 6, Gemini air element. Description. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve stand naked before each other. Above them, the archangel Raphael, symbolizing communication and protection, hovers. Adam gazes at Eve, who looks toward the angel, creating a balance of consciousness, subconsciousness, and superconsciousness. Behind Adam is the tree of life, with 12 flames representing the energies of the zodiac. Behind Eve is the tree of knowledge, symbolizing wisdom, with a serpent tempting her. In the distance, mountains represent spiritual ascension. Meaning, the lovers not only symbolize the beginning of a new romantic relationship or the establishment of deep emotional bonds, but also represent the union, communication, or opposition of two sides. Corresponding to the Gemini zodiac, the card addresses the theme of choice, requiring the individual to make wise decisions among various options, often involving significant choices at life's turning points. Caution is advised, and decisions should not be rushed. Upright, choice, love, intimate relationships, decision making, collaboration, communication, interpersonal relationships. Reversed, opposition, conflict, unstable relationships, difficulty making choices, failed collaboration. Lovely. The guidebook is really good for, a little white book. Definitely. And in the colored version, it even explains some of the symbolism in the cards, which I thought was pretty cool for, I don't know, does it do that? Let's look at the ace. Let's look at the minors. Let's look at the knight. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles and see if it does that for all of the cards. Okay. Knight of Pentacles sits on a motionless black horse, carefully examining a pentacle. His cautious demeanor and the stillness of the horse indicate a prudent and reliable approach. So, we get a little something. Let's see what it says for the Eight of Wands. Even in the minors, you get a little something. So that's good. This is a really good guidebook. They really changed a lot. And they must have really listened to their backers on what they wanted different for this guidebook. And Eight of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Wands says, 8 wands fly through the air in an orderly fashion, moving rapidly with no one to impede their flight. They approach the ground, symbolizing the arrival of new elements into one's life. The unrestricted nature of the Eight of Wands reflects a rare opportunity with minimal obstacles. So yeah, the addition of the card image section in this guidebook is really an upgrade, a big upgrade. I also really appreciate the fact that this is so much easier to read. It's still small, but much easier to read than the other book. It definitely has a lot of good information in there. So, all right. So that is the difference between these two decks. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So thank you so much to Magic Flower Tarot for sending these over to me. I have really been enjoying the black and white edition, and I cannot wait to add this one to my rotation. I like the classical look of it, and it just feels so soft and comforting. So I really love these little sassy characters. I think I'm going to love them in color as well, as much as I love them in black and white. I love the way they put these advertisement cards in the decks because they get you excited to see what's coming next. What's coming next from them. So that's exciting as well. If you were watching this and you were trying to make a decision on which deck you wanted to pick up, let me know in the comments below what you decided. You know, are you going to go with the color and the classic storybook look? Are you going to go with this edgy, sassy black and white with red and yellow look? What's your thing? What are you going to do? Let me know in the comments below. I'll put links down below in the description where you can pick this deck up. It'll be a link to the Magic Flower Tarot's website. You can pick all of their decks up there. And like I said, I put those links to the other walkthroughs for their Lenormand deck, which is funding on Kickstarter right now. If you're interested in seeing that one come to life, definitely get over there and check it out. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. I think you guys have been sharing the videos, and I really appreciate that. It helps them get out there. So I really appreciate that from you all. Thank you. If you know anybody who might want to see this one, would love it if you would share it. Share it. It'd be helpful. It's helpful, you know. So I think that's it. I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's it. So until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.